What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Dominate the Books. I'm your host, Keith. Know I've been away for a while, still fighting that bug, but I'm back. We got some NBA action tonight. I know we had opening night last night. Knicks and the Celtics. Celtics blew out the Knicks, and the Lakers and the Timberwolves, and the Lakers beat the Timberwolves. So just off the top, I don't know. I know it's the first game of the season. I don't know if I'm liking the way that trade looks for the Knicks. I think they probably should have just stood pat with what they had, but we'll see how that plays out. But in this video, we're just going to go through every game that's on the slate tonight. I think we got about 10 games, and I'm just going to give you my picks and predictions on who I think is going to win each game. I'm going to take a look at the injury reports. Not really doing any player props. Just going to let the season kind of play out a little bit. But at the end of the night, I did put together, I think it's a 5-team parlay, and we'll go over that for you as well. So, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and let's get it started. So, first game we got is the Indiana Pacers going against the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons are a 5.5-point underdog at home at the time of this recording. And if we take a look and see here where the money is going, we got 88% of the money going towards the Pacers on the money line for the public. 79% is saying that the Pacers are going to cover the spread as well. Over under on this game is 234.5. Let's look here down at the injury report. Isaiah Jackson, Asor Thompson. There's an illness here. All right. Nothing too major there. Pacers were just in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I mean, a couple things go this way, go that way, a couple ball bounced a couple different ways, and they could have made the NBA Finals. I'm really impressed with what I've seen with the Pacers last year. Pistons are an up and coming team. They made a couple pickups in the offseason. I think they got Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway, Tobias Harris. So I picked up a couple good players, a couple established veterans, and they also picked up my old coach, JB Bickerstaff. Unlike most people, I think JB Bickerstaff is a decent coach. I just think he's the type of coach that might need like an offensive coordinator or something because his offensive sets and they not hitting for me. But in this game, I'm going to go with the Pacers. I just think they got too much. Cade Cunningham is healthy. I like him too. He's been pretty good since he came into the league. Better than I thought, actually. But give me the Pacers in this game and go ahead and cover that 5.5-point spread. Next one, we got the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Atlanta Hawks. And the Atlanta Hawks are a 6.5-point favorite at home. 94% of the public's money is going towards the Hawks on the money line. 64% is actually going for Brooklyn to cover the 6.5-point spread. Over under on this game is 222.5 points. Take a look at the injury report here. Biggest name I'm seeing for the Brooklyn Nets is Bojan Bogdanovic. Wow, I didn't even know he was on the Nets. And no big names there for the Hawks. I know DeJounte Murray went to the Pelicans in the offseason. In my opinion, that might be addition by subtraction. And not because I think DeJounte Murray is a bad player, because he's not. I just don't think him and what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Trey Icewater. He couldn't. I don't think they could coexist. I just don't think it was a good fit. But I'm not betting on any team that still has Ben Simmons. So go ahead and give me the Atlanta Hawks to cover that 6.5-point spread at home. Next one, they got my Cleveland Cavaliers. Yahoo Sports makes you select who your favorite teams is and all that stuff. So they put your favorite team at the front of the line. So let's go ahead and cover that game. My Cleveland Cavaliers going up to Toronto. It seems like we go to Toronto every season. The first game is always in Toronto. Toronto 6.5 point underdog at home against my Cavaliers. 87% of the money is going towards my Cavs on the money line. 58% is going towards the Raptors to cover that 6.5 point spread. Max Strus is out for a couple weeks with a sprained ankle. Amani Bates is also, I don't know if he's out or not, but I know he has some problems with his knee. Kelly Olynyk has a back injury. Same with RJ Barrett. I don't know if they're out or not. Let's see if we got any other information on that. I don't give us any more info. Cavs rolling out a new head coach with Kenny Atkinson, so I'm very interested to see how his offensive sets are going to look. Like I said earlier with JB, I don't think he's a bad coach. The offense was just stagnant. I'm looking for big things from Evan Mobley this year. I see my man Darius Garland kind of bulked up in the offseason, so hopefully he doesn't get beaten battered like he did the past couple years, and goes out earlier in the season. Because I want to see this team gel to see what we really got. I like the Cavs in this game to go ahead and cover that 6.5 point spread. I really don't even know who's on the Raptors besides Emmanuel Quigley and RJ Barrett, and I see that he's a little banged up. So I'm going to roll with my Cavaliers tonight to cover that 6.5 point spread on the road. Next game up, we got the Orlando Magic visiting the Miami Heat, and we got the Heat as a 1.5 point favorite at home. So this is pretty much like a toss-up game. No injuries for the Orlando Magic. Only one for the Miami Heat. Josh Richardson has a shoulder injury. See where the money is going. Public is riding with Miami heavy on this one, and Orlando. And on the point spread. 88% on the money line. 77% to cover the spread. Over under is 208.5 on this game. I'm going to say Orlando in this game. Orlando really, they surprised me. I mean, I think the Cavs in the playoffs last year, the Cavaliers faced the Orlando Magic in the first round, and it went to seven games. Did the Cavs play as good as I thought they were or should have? No. But Orlando really stepped up in those playoffs, and I was really surprised how good Paulo Banchero is, as well as Franz Wagner and his brother as well. I know we got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo down there. They also picked up Terry Rozier. I keep forgetting about that. So I like the Heat squad, but I'm going to roll with the Magic in this one to cover that 1.5 spread. All right. Next game up, excuse me, we got, who do we got? Not that soccer. We got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers 3.5 point underdog at home. Injuries, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, knee, Chris Middleton, ankle, but I believe that they're both going to play tonight. Embiid and Paul George, I believe they're both out because I didn't see any player props on FanDuel for either one of them. I know I heard a couple weeks ago, I think, or not a couple weeks ago, but a few days ago, Paul George is out with his knee injury. I think he's going to be out a couple weeks. Let me just double check this here. If we take a look at the public and how they're betting while I'm pulling this up, actually 53% is still riding with the 76ers in this game. That's a little surprising. And then 51% is also rolling with the Sixers to cover the spread for this game. That's surprising as well. Let's see here if they got any player props up here for either one of these cats. Nope. Andre Drummond, no Joel Embiid, and no Paul George. No Paul George, no Joel Embiid. I'm not going to overthink this one too much. I'm going to go with the Bucks. Cover that 3.5 point spread. Give me the Bucks in this one. All right, next game up, we got the Chicago Bulls visiting the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans a 5.5 point favorite at home against the Bulls. The over under in this game at the time of this recording is 226.5 points. Pelicans getting 88% of the public's money going on the money line. 73% is going towards the Bulls to cover the spread in this game. Let's take a look at the injuries. Nothing for the Bulls. Jose Alvarado, it's a knee. Zion, this says illness, and DeJounte Murray, personal. Let me take a look to see if their player props are up here. This is about, by the time this video comes out, probably about 3 or 4 hours before this game has started. So you might want to just keep checking on this one. But Zion is there, DeJounte is there, Brandon Ingram is there. So looks like all these guys are going to be playing unless they get pulled out at the last second. I really like that DeJounte Murray pickup in the offseason. CJ McCollum's props is up there as well. I really like that DeJounte Murray pickup a lot. I think that's going to make a hell of a difference for this team. It's going to open up the floor more for Zion and for players like CJ McCollum. I like a couple of the younger players on the Bulls. I don't know what Zach LaVine is going to be doing this year. I know he was in some trade talks last year. Lonzo Ball is back, which is a good thing for the Bulls and a good thing for him, too. I know he's been out for a couple years. But first game of the year, I'm going to go with the Pelicans. I'm going to take the Pelicans in this one to cover that 5.5 point spread. I don't think they'll have any problems handling the Bulls tonight. Next game up, we got the Charlotte Hornets visiting the Houston Rockets. And the Rockets are a 7.5 point favorite in this game. Well, that's a lot of points there. Let's take a look at this injury report. I didn't even know Steven Adams was on the Rockets now. Okay, that was a good pickup. Daquan Jeffries, Josh Green, Mark Williams, injuries for the Charlotte Hornets. No big names that I'm aware of. 95% of the money is going on the Rockets on the money line, and 70% is going on the Rockets as well to cover that 7.5 point spread. Wow. Over under on this game at the time of this recording is 229.5 points. So they're expecting a lot of scoring in this game. Let me take a look at the player props here because I'm pretty sure LaMelo and Miles Bridges. Yep, first two names I see, LaMelo and Miles Bridges. So they're playing. Sengun is playing. Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks. Okay, yeah, they got a squad. They got a little squad over there. Then you adding in my man down here, the center, Steven Adams. Houston's trying to put something together here. Let me see if he's not on here, so he must be out tonight. I'm thinking Steven Adams is out. At the time of this recording, there's no player props up here for him, so maybe he's out. But I don't know, man. I don't know about 7.5 points. I like the Hornets. I love LaMelo Ball. I love Miles Bridges. Let's see here. I like Brandon Miller. He stepped up. He came out of nowhere last year. They got another player I like too that was on this team last year. I don't know if he's still on the team. I think his name was Trey something. Anyway, I like Give me the Hornets in this one. I'll take the Hornets to cover that 7.5 point spread. Um, I like Houston. I definitely like the addition of Steven Adams, good veteran presence down there in the middle. Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Sengun is probably my favorite player on this team, underrated player. But opening night, give me the Hornets to cover that 7.5 point spread. All right, next one we got the Memphis Grizzlies and the return of my man Ja Morant going up against the Utah Jazz. Utah 2.5 point underdog at home. Cam Spencer, Luke Kennard, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Wow, all on the injury report from Memphis. No big names down there for the Jazz. Let me take a look and see here at the player props to see what we got. Crank my music back up here. Ja's good. Desmond Bain's good. Marcus Smart. Forgot to have Marcus Smart. Zach Edey. Jaren Jackson is, let's see here. Show all. No Jaren Jackson Jr. And the Grizzlies are still a home favorite. Or excuse me, a road favorite. Let's see. 74% of the money is going on the Grizzlies to win on the money line, but 59% is going on Utah to cover the spread. Over under 229.5. It's probably going to be a pretty high scoring game. This will probably be a good game to put a little same game parlay in on. Beginning, I'm gonna chill right now. Give me the Grizzlies in this game. I like the Grizzlies. I think all the stuff Ja Morant's been going through, he's going to be looking to prove a point. I think the Grizzlies win this one here. Win a close game there in Utah. Give me the Grizzlies. All right, next one up, we got the Phoenix Suns going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. No Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is hurt as always. Who else we got on that injury report? PJ Tucker says not injury related. Mo Bamba has a knee. Grayson Allen has an Achilles. Okay, let's see if he's out right quick here. Let's see what we got. I'm just pulling up FanDuel to see what's on these player props here. No, Grayson Allen. Wow. Did he get hurt for the year? Let me Google this right quick. I had no idea that he was even out. So much stuff going on with football being back and everything. I really don't pay attention to the preseason basketball like I should. So Grayson Allen working his way back from Achilles. He's probable for the opener tonight. Okay, so it's not that bad then if he's probable. Because we know he's not going to be out like half the season or anything like that. Probable means he's probably going to play. What's the spread on this game again? 4.5. Excuse me. No Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is gone. PJ Tucker. Let me see. Let me look at these player props again. I don't even know who's on the Clippers anymore, man. Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. Give me Phoenix. 4.5. You ain't finna even go into all that extra analysis and all that. Give me Phoenix. And then the last game of the night, we got the Golden State Warriors and my man Steph Curry going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland, 6.5 point underdog at home. Over under on this game at the time of this recording is 21.5 points. 95% of the money is going on the Warriors to beat the Trailblazers on the money line, and 83% is also going on the Warriors to beat the Trailblazers and cover the 6.5 point spread. No injuries for the Warriors. Okay. Matisse, Shaden Sharp, and Robert Williams III. Let's see who. Still a couple teams that's not playing tonight. I didn't see any Dallas up there. Somebody else. Let me take a look at these player props. I like that rookie they got. Oh no, he's not a rookie anymore. But Anthony Simmons, like him. Trace Jackson Davis. Who was that? All right, so they got DeAndre Ayton, Jeremy Grant. Jenny Abija. Oh, they picked him up. Scoot Henderson. I like him too. Oh yeah, and the Warriors got Buddy Hield. Forgot about Buddy. I don't know. For some reason, I think this is going to be a close game, but I don't think the Rockets has. I think this is going to be one of those games where it's kind of close, and then the Rockets the Warriors just pull away at the end. Give me the Warriors to go ahead and cover that 6.5 point spread against the Rockets. Big night for Steph Curry on opening night. Okay, these are like the little games they played last year. Yeah, the Rockets was on the 5-game. They won their last 5 games at the end of the year last year. 2 of them against the Lakers. Not too bad. So, yeah, those are all the teams that I like to win and cover the spread. I forgot to put this in the presentation that I'm doing here tonight, but FanDuel has a 50% boost, I guess, for technically last night was opening night, but first full games or first slate of full games for the games tonight on NBA. You know what I'm trying to say. So they got a 50% boost. I didn't do any player props. I just went with teams. So I took Indiana Pacers, my Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, Milwaukee Bucks, Atlanta to beat Brooklyn, and then the Golden State Warriors to beat Portland. Plus 784. I don't know if you can see that. Plus 784. This is all money line bets there. So those are the teams that I think are going to be a lock. Hopefully I'm right so I can win some money, but we'll see how it plays out. Pretty hyped though that the NBA is back. Still got who we got? We got Minnesota and somebody else, the Rams on Thursday Night Football. So I'll be back again tomorrow with another video for that, and to go ahead and cover the slate of NBA games for tomorrow. But until then, thanks as always for tuning in. Peace.